I already told you guys about the money side of things when it comes to being a live DJ, right? I told you that I started with the FLX4, which was like 200, $300. And then the DJI GRV6 actually cost me around $1,200, right? So you got the fiscal. Oh, this is not even counting, by the way, how much money I spent on trackers. I have fucking 9 Vive 3.0 trackers, and I'm only using 4 right now because I realized the fucking system is a paperweight. So now I'm getting a new brand of slimes. It's not slimes themselves, it's another newer company that I would love to fucking like advertise out because I've heard so many great things about them once I get the trackers and make sure they actually fucking work. But anyway, segue. So you got the money for the actual controllers themselves. Got the money I spent for the trackers. You got the money that I spent upgrading my PC. My PC is a big boy PC. It's an Intel i9, latest NVIDIA, NVIDIA. I don't know why I said that. Needless to say, it's fucking beefy. Okay, over 100 on the RAM. I upgraded my internet speed from a measly 2 gigs to 10. So yeah, I did a lot of fine fiscal investment, but then on top of the money also comes the time investment too, uh, because there's a lot of time that has to go into finding songs to blend, right? Going into your software that uses DJ, make sure that the BPM that is assigned to that song is correct. Because I'm telling you, if the beats per minute for your song is not assigned correctly by the program and you try to blend it, the fucking blend is just not going to fucking work. And there goes my checking again. What the fuck? Anyways, so having said that, there's a lot of time when it comes to finding the songs, messing within the software, and then practicing too. Oh my god, practicing is huge. Because if you're not familiar with if you're not familiar with your deck, then you're not going to do very good with your live set. And that brings me to the third thing too. You want to know the difference between fucking YouTube playlist pushers in these party instances that identify as fucking DJs and actual DJs like myself? We actual DJs actually run the fucking risk of messing up live in front of a live audience. There's no risk of fucking up because number one, you're essentially just pushing in YouTube playlists. And I kid you fucking not. There was a supposed DJ that I have actually found out about in one of the groups that wasn't even mixing his own songs. He literally just grabbed a YouTube playlist that was made by somebody else, put it in a live stream, put his logo over that, and then played it. And of course, you call it out with these groups. And sometimes the moderators or the owners are just like, oh yeah, but that's our DJ. Don't fucking disrespect the DJ. It's like, motherfucking that is not DJing. That is literally like, that is fucking theft, okay? Like right there, that is fucking theft, okay? How is it though that I can say that's theft, but then what I do, which is basically grabbing songs made by other people and mixing it, is because I am basically modifying the songs in real time and blending them together so that actually falls under fair use. It is not fair use though if you grab songs without doing anything to them, and then just playing it. That is literal fucking theft, okay? And that's what these supposed DJs do. So, needless to say, it's a lot of things that you have to take into account when it comes to being an actual DJ that simply commands respect from the groups that we DJ for, right? Because we don't get paid. Since I've ever been a DJ, I've only been paid in VR to do my stuff, maybe 5 times total. And I've been DJing I've put up probably about 100 streams so far, just with me DJing alone, right? And of all the instances that I have personally DJed for, I've only been paid 5 times. The last time was when I was DJing for Starvexia, who is very interesting streamer to say the least. But she paid me what was it? $8. And then there was another time I was DJing and I got paid $50, and then somebody else paid me 20. So needless to say, it's that kind of respect I appreciate. And I'm not saying I want to be paid, but what I'm saying though is that we're doing this shit for free most of the time, right? It's like I'm incurring more of an expense by DJing for these groups for free, but I still do it because I like what I do. I like music, I like DJing, I like sharing my um I like just sharing what I like to other audiences and actually doing something with it, i.e. DJing, right? So that's why I don't really want to I accept donations, but I don't expect to get paid for this shit, you know? And with the time, the effort, the practice, and how much it takes for me to both be in VR chat and DJ at the same time, things like that, I do command respect. And I do expect it with these groups. All right. Because I've had instances where that simply was not the case. Red Rocket Club is a good example of this. My experience of Red Rocket Club is as follows. I was scheduled to JG for them at a specific time, and I had everything ready to go. I blocked out that time because, of course, I have a life outside of VR chat, specifically to DJ. So within the 2 hours before I was supposed to DJ, I check the schedule, and it sounded like a Google Excel spreadsheet. Super interesting, but I digress. So I check 2 hours before I was supposed to go on, and I find my name just fucking erased out of the goddamn blue and replaced with somebody else. And it was not that person that erased my name and put themselves on it. No. It was one of the head DJs of Red Rocket Club that did this. So obviously that's fucking disrespectful shit right there, And that's if all the things that you can do aside from interrupting somebody's DJ set or like anything else malicious like that, um erasing your DJ off the schedule and replacing them with somebody else without even letting them know, or no communication or anything like that, that basically just says, oh yeah, fuck you. um I don't give a shit about what you are trying to put into our community or group. You're just a piece of shit. Goodbye. That's how that um that's basically how that came to be. So then what happened is I got upset. And you know what? There's a right and wrong reason to handle situations like that. And I will say that I was probably just a little on the hostile side when I called out the situation in the DJ chat and also within the group itself. However, I will say though, is that me calling it out on Twitter, and when I did, um, calling out the behavior is something that I do not apologize for, because like I did with Isle of Dragons, is that if you are treating your DJs like that and your response is non-communication, then you deserve to be called out. But the difference between Red Rocket Club of Isle of Dragons is that Isle of Dragons looked at the video, talked to me, apologized, and they just politely requested for an update. This is the difference between Isle of Dragons and Red Rocket Club, because what happened with Red Rocket Club is that their best response was to boot me out of their DJ team altogether. So not only did they say fuck you to me by just, taking me off the fucking time slot without communicating to me and then just booting me out with hardly any communication, um, there's they just refuse to let me play for them any further. And one may argue, well, Vox, maybe if you didn't call that out, you probably would be able to DJ for these guys. And I have to politely disagree with that. Okay. Because it's so funny their logic because there's no accountability that they want to expect for themselves. And they just expect me to bend myself over this kitchen table and just be fucked with disrespect because, I guess actual DJs don't fucking matter to them. So to be treated like that when I'm basically working for them for free, okay, and to be kicked out because I called out me being disrespected like that. And then later on down the road, there was a situation where I was drunk, I was vibing with my friends. Sometimes I do act a little goofy, but the thing is that I keep my behavior directed towards my friends because I know what their limits are, right? Because I know them and they know me. We have this new moderator. This new fucking moderator saw me act a little bit silly, and I kid you not, guys. I was fucking rolling around the floor, dying laughing. My friends were having a good time. I was having a good time. I said a couple jokes that were colorful, but the same kind of jokes you would expect in an adult space. It wasn't anything grossly inappropriate for an adult space. It wasn't anything sinisterly offensive or things like that. Some of my friends and we do have dark humor. And when you add the fact that we are of different political dispositions, my friend and I'll make an example. So I made a George Floyd joke, right? And my friend literally made a Charlie Kirk joke. Okay, and we both laughed at it. That's our relationship. Okay, so this new moderator, just heard us vibe, and I was going over to visit one of my other friends, and then I got fucking kicked and then banned from the group out of the blue. Why? Because this moderator got professionally offended when nobody else was complaining about it. Nobody was complaining about anything. I didn't get spoken to about the moderator. Like the moderator didn't talk to me about, hey, can you tone it down or anything like that? Nope. Last time I ever got spoken to by a moderator was 7 months ago when I was being a little rambunctious. That was a long ass fucking time ago, guys. And then the DJ incident. Those are the only two occurrences in which a moderator has ever spoken to me. Otherwise have never been a fucking problem. Okay, so to go from that to then being kicked and then banned from the group just because a moderator got professionally offended without like conferring with the people that were in the space at the time. Just imagine that you're just in a dinner table having a private conversation, right? And everybody else around you, it's not a big deal what the top conversation is. You're having fun, you're making jokes, everybody's laughing, we're having a good time. Then you get this fucking Karen who comes, struts on in, and then loses her fucking shit because she doesn't like the conversation that she inserted herself into, which is exactly what this moderator fucking did. Okay. So you got groups like fucking Red Rocket Club, cancerous motherfuckers. Okay. I kid you, cancer. They used to be so fucking good. I love all of their most of their moderator staff is pretty fucking awesome, but they are just, I don't, the way they treat their DJs. And then I just can't fucking believe that I got with me with hardly any history, just got treated like that. That's fucking bullshit, dude. And then you got Isles of Dragons that actually acknowledged that the moderator fucked up, and we had a constructive conversation, and now we're good. I'm going to be DJing for Isle of Dragons now. I have always been, but I'm still going to DJ for them even after that incident. Red Rocket Club, though, fuck you. Genuinely, it's. I sincerely hope that you guys figure out what the fuck is going on with your new moderation staff, because you guys are a not safe for work adult furry group. Adult things are going to happen. Things that you may not be comfortable with are going to happen so long as they abide by the group TOS and VR chat and TOS. why not just let adults be fucking adults and let them goof off and not police things that you may not be immediately comfortable with? And so long as there's no impact to the group or other party goers or things like that, moderators should not be fucking using their powers just to enforce their own personal comforts. Because then what's going to happen, I guarantee you this is going to happen, your fucking moderator is just going to kick and ban every single person that they just don't like in general. All right, that's what's gonna. I guarantee you, this is the first symptom of total fucking destruction when it comes to Red Rocket Club, which is fucking sad because I love this group even in spite of what happened with me DJing. Was still like attending their events and things like that in spite of the fucking drama. Okay, but if you keep having these moderators enforce their own personal preferences against people that don't want that, and kicking and banning people that are in their own little private spaces in the instance and doing things that the moderator inserted themselves into that they're just individually not comfortable with, you're going to run out of fucking members because they're going to fucking kick everybody besides their friends and what have you. I guarantee you as I lose my tracking once again, I guarantee you that is what's going to happen. So Isle of Dragons, thank you so much for being courteous, and I accept your apology, and I'm glad we worked things out, and I'm glad the video worked. Rocket Club guys, you guys used to be so fucking amazing, but you're losing your shit, dude. So I hope you guys figure it out. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I love you guys. Take care. Mwah.